and it worked out quite well actually versus White Fries.
Yeah, I was kind of skeptical. I was funny because Winter randomly brought it up as well, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't like the Clinks." I was like, "God, I'm glad someone else didn't like the hero," but
it worked.
They played it really well, and the one thing the Clinks offers that like some of the other heroes we talked about.
Relocate now online. Nando does have a blink.
Yeah, the Nando blink dagger should allow them some kill opening.
This would be big. JJt caught out of position, but he gets the Sunder off. I think they still kill him anyway, though. Round number 2, he almost solo kills Kimo, even 1v4. But he does die. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for an Execration team struggling to stay in control of this game.
Lion it made careful. He's very squishy, but he's also in fog in a good position.
You say that. But it's Nana in front for now. Moving on to Tims. He wants a piece of this IO. We'll be able to finish him off. It looks like that last Assyrian arrow comes in from the rear. Will kill him as ZacKy has a finger. I think he's going to let it go momentarily. RR blasts him in the face, secures the kill, and will live to tell the tale. Abed hesitating a bit to throw out the chakram and chase. So Nana eats a creep, and WG continue to ramp up the aggression here. Seems like the IO is public enemy number 1. Unfortunately, Nana, he's walked into dust, into trouble. The swap out, not enough. He still ends up going down. This IO needs armor or a Ghost Scepter. My god, he is squishy. That's before the Deso. But hey, they get a Clinks out of it, so it is still a win for Execration.
Did he walk too close to the tower or what?
I'm not sure, but the Ravage connects up through the Death Ward coming through. The secondary Ravage. ZacKy delivering midi MMY. Making plays for the team, and one more auto attack will get the Kimo kill as well. Into the trees he goes with the lob from that wand, secures another. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, it looks like a good idea.
How much do I have to pay you?
Then you remember that Clinks has 1500 HP with Death Pact, and your tower actually tickles him. Not just the 1500 HP, but the max movement speed and skeleton walk, well, close to max movement speed, 500-ish.
So now they look for the counter initiation mid. Wenn doesn't have his ultimate, but still. The Necro Book working on him. Mana burning Wenn down. He actually jumps quickly to the Timbersaw. Then the Tiny comes in together with the bench. They bring down another. WG.Unity starting to crumble in the mid game. Same story as game number 1.
Here, and this is a roast that's meant to go the way of WG.Unity. The Clinks plus Terrorblade is meant to be able to take
they want to contest this, guys. They're looking for the casket of the pit. Notice the Death Ward that starts it off with the Aegis goes away with the Tiny. And then they make it out for the time being. Timbersaw up on the high ground. He might have to Bloodstone deny. He's up to 17 charges. It'd be huge if he could live through this. ZacKy gonna fall down in the pit. JJt could be next. The Roar's cooling down. He's a bit low on mana. I don't think he'll be able to get it for this fight unless IO gives him some. Tims has the bottle charges though. I think they could bait them in and re-engage here, but not if Tims gets caught to start the fight. The tether slow on top. Abed losing those reactive armor charges. He might be a possible kill. Clinks thinks so with the Deso engaged. He's forced to Bloodstone deny right as the killing blow was about to arrive. Is when he has the blink, but he already used it to initiate. They don't have the relocate save. That's the big issue for Nando, and he gets stunned. There's the initiation. The follow-up comes through as they hex Tims on the way in, and they Ravage to follow this one up. Tiny down, Tims 2, and now time for round number 2. Don't really see Nando getting out of here. Does have the TP scroll, but he walks right into the Lion. Actually, maybe he will. The Lion turns with the stun. They're busy dealing with other issues as Abed's arrived to try to clean up the backliners here. Again, the Witch Doctor falling, but Timbersaw on the run now. Doesn't have a TP or an exit plan necessarily. Just has to chain his way to freedom, and Nando still hunting in the trees with the teleport out. But he doesn't want to leave unless he needs to. It seems he will survive in a very small compressed block of time.
And at a really bad phase of the game where you don't want to give up kills.
Right when the Tide Hunter gets spawned out, this could be disastrous for WG.Unity. They need this Tide to stay alive to stall the push. He's out for the count. Doesn't have the Ravage cooldown anyway. Lion doing his best to halt the aggression, but Execration continue to apply pressure, pushing deeper into the Dire base, looking for their first lane of racks to win here. They've got it with Fnatic and a shot at directly moving into the TI main event. A loss, and WG.Unity still have to win a game 3. They're on the brink of getting 4 games in a row wiped out of the qualifier when they were so close to advancing at least to Seattle as a wild card, possibly directly in the main event. This one hurts, but it does feel like Execration are in complete command now.
And it's just tragic how it's the same story again and again. A good early game into a poor mid game.
В плане перемещений, кто кого лучше прочитает. Вот БКБ сейчас у Terrorblade, это немножко усложнит задачу, я бы сказал, серьезно усложнит задачу.
Так, открывается Ravage Wenn, Нана открывается по Нандо, Нандо погибает мгновенно. Timbersaw может оказаться следующим. именно он и является целью. Вот он, этот Лотусор. В Кексе бегает Лен, но и в Кексе ведь оказался этот товарищ. Он уже никуда не денется. Спайка была, Вен дает гаш. Кимо может оказаться следующим. Потери исключительно только саппорты у команды WG.Unity. Они уже забрали одного кора.
Там террорбейт подходит. Вот я бы на месте команды Execration не останавливался.
Не знаю, был ли в этом... Ну, тут смысл, ладно, есть, может, какой-то... Смысл...
Да, идет Сандер и в итоге минус Vengeful Spirit. Ну 2 в 2, да, только тут Тини умер. И сейчас мы четко видели, как быстро Тини разваливается под фокусом от Клинкса.
Execration moving forward as a squad towards the top side of the map, and they do get Abed. Initially, WG.Unity catching up, but Kimo's there with the save. The Ravage coming through, does connect. Timbersaw may die as well. Oh, he's got a lot of reactive armor stacks, but it's simply insufficient. The nuke damage is there, and WG.Unity striking right back again, finding more kills. RR wants to engage into this, but he's going to get caught by a cast. It bounces back to his for his creeps, quickly becoming his own worst enemy. It's now the Necro Bolt punishes him. Finally, Tiny arrives, but it's one by one. Execration running in, feeding kill after kill. They do have an Aegis for round number 2. Io, someone in position. Tims may go for the relocate save, but Nando's heading to the north away from his Io, who barely manages to get the tether off. Brings him home. But do they come back? They've got a Bloodstone respawn, Timberspaw. They will reinitiate. Abed chaining forward. Execration get baited into a big team fight, or does this Tiny show the refresher first? Nothing scouted just yet, only an invisible Clinks. Moving forward, but RR, he gets eyes on him. The roar's there, and it's still ZacKy ready to go, and the refresher surprise comes through with the Ravage on top. Nando deleted just like that. Kimo's next. A lot of BKBs committed, but 2 crucial kills. Execration, well, now they know, but that was costly.
Actually, very careful.
For the Radiant, but both carries have it for the Dire. This may just be a free first lane of Rax. Not sure that Execration can realistically fight into it, but at the same time, I also feel like WG.Unity could just stick around. They do get the swamp off to start the fight. It's on to Nana, beaten down rather quickly by the Tiny, but he manages to get off a cheese. He's back to full HP. Still, Nando brings him down. They're going to chuck that Tidehunter away. Already the Rax has been claimed. WG.Unity, they'll be content with that if they get out, or if they get more kills. Oh, Timber. Moving in, gonna force out the BKB. Just thunders him though, and then the secondary Ravage on to Nando with the reflection. They get the kill there. Tims is next. That's 3 dead. They get 4. No buyback on the Tiny. This could very quickly become the second lane, possibly the game. Available, you just sacrifice the IO here.
I think it's the most straightforward way to play this fight.
Abed getting swapped out, but Nana blinking forward onto the Timber, so he goes down for the count. Can they find more kills? RR's there, the secondary Ravage comes through. It's just for the Beastmaster, but he too will fall. Out for 70, lacking buyback by 950 gold as I think the Boots of Travel was the latest purchase, so now won't be able to rejoin the fight. And Execration in danger of going to a game 3 here. Looks like they're going to be able to close out WG.Unity, but they're down 3 for 40 seconds. God, that's basically Throner Megas. I think that's it. There's no rat play from Tiny. He's going to try for an avalanche. He gets hacked. He too will fall with the reflection coming through. This time there will be no relocate save. And this time, Warriors Gaming coming through in the mid game. Tiny will buy back, and WG just laughed.
Yep, you're right. They're just going to go for the Megas and go for the Game 2 victory. WG are not done just yet. It was tested by Execration so far, but Nana's Clinks prevails once more, and
I don't even think you can look at this game and say, oh, they needed to ban the Clinks, but it just did work.
yep.
2 times in the past 2 games. 15, 5, and 13 on the hero. Involved in 28 out of 40 kills.
The 2 big heroes that just didn't work for me is the IO Tiny again. They're in 20 of the 40 deaths. 50% of the deaths are coming from those 2 players, and that just doesn't cut it.
And it requires a lot, you know, you have to dual lane mid. It somewhat limits your options for other cores. And it felt like the Jungle Beastmaster combined with the IO Tiny made it even tougher, where there just wasn't enough catch-up economy options for them down the stretch.
Yeah, a few of those rotations also just not working out, like Beastmaster, the first smoke getting popped and not going on the Witch Doctor, trying to go on the Clinks, and then it backfires.